Hello, it's Vanessa McLean of What's in Your Story. I don't know if you've ever been on the London Underground, but I remember many years ago going down there and often hearing the guards shouting out, "Mind the gaps!" between the platform and the train. And I always imagined somebody just falling down into one of those gaps and just trying to hold on for their life and slipping down into this gap. And it also made me think about some of the opportunities, the gaps which are available to us. And that prompted me to do this video today because I thought about this. Are we minding the gaps? Mind the gap. Mind the gap. And what does mind the gap really mean to me? It's about developing our mindset. Have you got a winner's mindset or a loser's mindset? Right now, there are so many opportunities, but are you minding the gap? Are you developing a mindset so when you see an opportunity, you seize that? Mind the gap is about having a clear intention about the success that you want for yourself. It's about knowing that now is the time to seize that moment. Mind the gaps. Observe the gaps. Develop that mindset. Develop the skill sets. Mind the gaps. They're there for you. When you see a gap, what are you seeing? Are you seeing a hole or are you seeing something that you can fill? You've got the skills, you've got the talents, you've got the gifts. But are you minding the gap? I want you to think about that today and look at the opportunities that you've missed because you didn't feel as though you could have fit the bill. You didn't feel as though you can fit into that space. It was for somebody else. Were you minding the gap? Had you worked on your mindset enough to say, that's something I can do. That's a space. That's a niche that I can fill. That's something I must do. Mind the gap because they're opening up everywhere. Never have we had such an opportunity to seize these moments. We've got access to technology that never existed 20 years ago, 30 years ago. And the gaps are just opening up. But as they're opening up, they're still becoming wider for some people. Which person are you? Are you one who opens their eyes every day and sees the opportunity? Or are you someone who opens their eyes every day and sees the problem, like the person slipping into that gap on the underground? Mind the gap. It's about developing the new you. It's about becoming the best you. It's about giving. It's about sharing. Mind the gap. It's about your own personal growth, your own personal development. Mind the gap is knowing that you can do far more than you've even imagined possible. Mind the gap. Every single day, wake up and see yourself achieving. Wake up and see yourself already as if. Just imagine if you were, because you saw an opportunity, you filled the gap. There are gaps to be filled today. And then one thing I want you to take away today is that gap is yours. Mind the gap. This is Vanessa McLean. It's in your story.